ABC 27 News at 7 starts now with your forecast first with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We got a nice crowd this evening on a Thursday evening in Mifflin County. That's Lewistown. As we go to Lewistown, the reason why, Festival of Ice is happening and kicking off this evening. That continues through tomorrow. Other things happening over the weekend in Lewistown. But a lot of people, the reason why, it's very warm. Not very good for the ice sculptures, but nonetheless very nice for everyone to get out and enjoy this evening. It is breezy, and that breeze will eventually be out of the northwest, and we drop down in the 30s tonight. What does that mean for our weekend, Valerie? We'll show you coming up.
Thank you, Eric. Tonight on ABC 27 News at 7.
Doctors with UPMC looking into the effectiveness of current vaccines and treatment options for those with COVID. We'll have the details coming up.
Plus,
Governor Wolf vetoes a bill about guns and in the process makes a little history. We'll tell you about that coming up.
and how GOP lawmakers are working to make insulin more affordable.
Now, live from your local news source, this is ABC 27 News at 7.
Good evening, I'm Valerie Pritchett. Thank you for your time. As scientists work to figure out a way to combat the new Omicron variant, UPMC is talking about new research that could treat infected patients more efficiently. Daniel Hamburg has tonight's top story.
UPMC performed the first and largest clinical trial in the world to compare different methods of administering monoclonal antibodies.
What we found is that subcutaneous injections of Regeneron's COVID-19 treatment worked essentially as effectively as the IV at keeping our patients alive and out of the hospital. Dr. Erin McCreary with UPMC says a shot instead of an infusion of the same dose will allow hospitals to treat twice as many patients. It's easier to administer. More staff can administer it. It takes less time. But will the treatment for mild and moderate COVID still work against the Omicron variant? UPMC is ready to find out.
We will be looking for the variant. We'll be looking for how the variant interacts with us and how our therapies work. We'll know quickly. We will change quickly, and we'll share that information with you.
Of course, the primary course of action doctors are urging:
get vaccinated. It's very likely that the current vaccines will continue to offer protection against Omicron. Boosters are recommended for all adults and can ensure your immune system remains prepared.
If you do feel sick, it's recommended to stay home, get tested, and talk to your doctor about potential therapies, particularly monoclonal antibody treatment. Daniel Hamburg, ABC 27 News.
Now to the latest on COVID in Pennsylvania. More than 9,000 new cases today, the largest single day total since January. The state health department says more than 69% of Pennsylvania adults are fully vaccinated and nearly 190,000 pediatric vaccine doses have been administered. Caught on camera crashed in the center of Chambersburg just before 3 this morning. A vehicle sped into the intersection, went airborne, as you can see, and crashed into the fountain. Police say the SUV had first been involved in a hit and run on Lincoln Highway East. Police say the driver may have been under the influence and was taken to the hospital. The crash took out a post and damaged the fountain. Federal investigators are closing their review into a York County prison death with no charges being filed. Everett Palmer died in 2018 after being arrested for DUI. Corrections officers thought Palmer was having a mental health episode, then later learned he had overdosed on meth. Now, the U.S. Attorney's Office says there's not enough evidence to pursue civil rights charges against the correction officers. Palmer's family, meanwhile, continues to pursue a wrongful death lawsuit. A father is suing after his son died by suicide at Camp Hill State Prison. Joseph McQuaid claims the prison's employees were negligent before Dominic Ingalls' death in 2019. The lawsuit claims the 24-year-old Lancaster man struggled with mental illness and officials ignored his need for treatment. McQuaid is seeking compensation from then Secretary of Corrections John Wetzel and several state prison officials. He lives across the state line, but a Maryland man is now behind bars charged with 5 mid-state bank robberies. One of them happened at this BB&T Bank branch in Spring Grove, York County. The FBI says workers there were held up and forced to hand over $8,000 in August. James Henderson Bryant III of Westminster, Maryland, is now charged with that robbery and with 4 others at BB&T and Citizens Bank branches in Carlisle, Dillsburg, Hanover, and Gettysburg. The FBI says he stole more than $28,000 overall. Armed robbery in Pennsylvania carries a prison sentence of up to 25 years. Governor Wolf has vetoed a bill that would eliminate the need for a permit to carry a concealed firearm. It's his 52nd veto, the most for a governor since Milton Sharp, who left office in 1979. Dennis Owens reports.
Senate Bill 565 sailed through the Republican-controlled legislature. It would remove the need for a permit to carry a concealed weapon. Governor Wolf, noting more than 500 homicides in Philly this year and more than 100 in Pittsburgh, has taken aim at the bill for months.
And that's just wrong. That is just wrong. It's incredibly disrespectful to shooting victims and their loved ones all across Pennsylvania.
On Thursday, as promised, Wolf vetoed 565 and in a statement noted that the PA's chief of police and district attorneys associations both opposed it, and no law enforcement supported it. But legislative Republicans are blasting Wolf's veto.
This is a bill that would have helped law-abiding citizens. People who are perpetrators of violent crimes don't care about laws or permits.
Senate Pro Tem Jake Corman, who is stumping for governor, was at an inner-city charter school in Harrisburg. He said bad guys with guns and violent crime should be Wolf's focus.
So I would think our governor would be more interested in going after that issue than as opposed to vetoing bills that would help law-abiding citizens.
Wolf has repeatedly pushed for what he calls common-sense gun laws, like extreme risk protection orders, required reporting of lost and stolen guns, safe storage legislation, and closing gaps in the background check system. Republicans like Corman refuse to pull the trigger on those.
Instead of acting to increase gun safety and reduce violence, they have instead repeatedly pushed dangerous legislation that would make all of us less safe.
The governor notes that this year, 360,000 concealed carry permits have been requested. 11,000 have been denied. 11,000 that would have slipped through, he argues, had no permits been required. In Harrisburg, Dennis Owens, ABC 27 News.
New tonight, 2 Pennsylvania lawmakers are working to make insulin more affordable. Senators Dan Laughlin and Doug Mastriano just introduced the Affordable Insulin Act. It would cap the price of insulin at $30 per month. They say around 11% of Pennsylvania's population has diabetes, so this could affect a lot of people in our state.
Between the companies that make it and the insurance companies that cover it, we can do a lot better than what we're doing right now.
And coming up tonight, 11, Hannah Brandt introduces us to a local woman who has diabetes and explains how this bill would change her life. New details on the tentative deal between Kellogg's and its striking workers. The company says it will give a 3% raise to workers who've been on strike for nearly 2 months. This includes employees at the East Hemphill Township plant in Lancaster County. The deal also includes cost of living adjustments and maintains health benefits. The union will vote on the contract this Sunday. Still to come on ABC 27 News at 7, hiring struggles at one mid-state post office, how it's working to prioritize mail delivery this holiday season. And a month after Election Day, a local school board race is finally over. We'll have the results next. Also, here's a look at what's trending on our ABC 27 mobile app. Portion of PA Turnpike will be closed to bridge demolition in Dauphin County. Single car accident damages Memorial Square fountain in Chambersburg. Lancaster County father and son sentenced in sexual assault case.
Stay in the know on the go with the ABC 27 News app. What's trending? Presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
Get away with our best deals of the season at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With new cars arriving daily, it's the perfect time to get a Hyundai. Now get 0% APR on select all-wheel drive models or sign and drive one home. Hurry in today.
Homespire Windows and Doors is proud to offer the last windows you'll need with Infinity Windows from Marvin, made with a proprietary Ultrex material. Infinity Windows are 8 times stronger than vinyl and 3 times stronger than the national composite brand. Guaranteed to never warp or twist, our durable Ultrex composite allows for a thinner frame, expanding your glass space, and up to 35% energy savings. Call Homespire Windows and Doors today.
Homespire Windows to protect and conserve.
Live in front of a studio audience is back, recreating the facts of life and different strokes with John Lithgow, Damon Wayans, Ann Dowd, and Kevin Hart. Live in front of a studio audience Tuesday on ABC.
Having the right attorneys on your side can mean all the difference in getting the compensation you deserve. Hurt in a car? Call HHR. Just dial 2s.
You know, one of the reasons I stay with UPMC for life is the coverage I get for extra benefits and services. I get great dental, vision, and an allowance to buy healthcare products, plus personal service from a healthcare concierge and more. It's the Medicare Advantage plan that includes access to all the great doctors and hospitals we want. Don't miss out. Call today. Our Medicare advisors are standing by.
Not everyone has the luxury of the front row seat to the state capitol that I do in Harrisburg. What we hope to do with This Week in Pennsylvania is to tell you, here's what happened this week in Pennsylvania in state government, and here's why you should care. There's so much going on here. Everything you could possibly want is in the state of Pennsylvania.
Sunday morning at 10, only on ABC 27.
Problems with mail delivery and staffing shortages are not going away. The post office in Ephrata, Lancaster County adjusted its hours and encouraged customers to go to another post office nearby because it's having a hard time staying staffed. The Postal Service is trying to hire more workers, but in the meantime, it's prioritizing deliveries to make sure important things get where they're going on time. Locals say it's annoying, but could be much worse.
If we were in a truly rural area that had less post offices located, it could be a severe inconvenience. As opposed to a 5-minute drive, it could be 30 minutes or more.
With the holiday season in full swing, Liz Ackerman urges everyone to plan way ahead, and if you need to go to a post office, double check the hours beforehand. Exactly 1 month after Election Day, the final recount in a closely watched mid-state race is over. York County commissioners agreed to a second recount of the Central York School Board race to make sure all mail-in ballots were counted. Republican Faith Kusale gained 4 votes in that recount, but that wasn't enough to pass Democrat Rebecca Rick, who won the final seat by 19 votes. Former state representative Margo Davidson has pleaded guilty to stealing from the Commonwealth. Attorney General Josh Shapiro says Davidson's plea means she is barred from holding public office in Pennsylvania ever again. Davidson filed fraudulent per diem and reimbursement receipts. The Democrat served Delaware County in the House for more than a decade. Coming up next, a preview of Alec Baldwin's first interview since the deadly movie set shooting, why he insists he never pulled the trigger.
Watch Daybreak, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
What does Freeburn Fights mean to you?
Everything. After a head-on collision, attorney Freeburn stood by me and made sure the insurance company paid the amount I deserved. I couldn't have done it without him.
Let Freeburn fight for you. Call the 7s today.
Follow that way. Come on.
This is Kiana's journey. This is Kiana's joy.
Good job.
This is Kiana's purpose. This is Kiana's triumph. This is Penn State Health Obstetrics.
'Tis the season for more at Metro by T-Mobile with a free Samsung Galaxy tablet, so you can have more time to connect with what really matters. Get unlimited data for just $15 a month on your free Samsung Galaxy tablet. Only at Metro.
We put our Christines first.
And her mom. When Christine's house didn't have a house for her mom too, Christine got a Members First home equity loan at a great rate and built a mom cave so she and her mother could be closer together from a mutually agreed upon distance. Members First home equity loans. Win, 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 win.
We put our members first.
It's Boscov's best of the best. The best brands, the best selection at the best prices guaranteed. Stay warm and cozy with our London Fog 3-piece comforter set. Full queen, $49.99. 60% off our entire stock of fine gemstone jewelry, rings, pendants, and more. Fun-themed holiday sportswear, 50% off. Men's Nautica heavyweight puffer jackets, $69.99. And Kenneth Kohler London Fog outerwear, $79.99. Convenient curbside pickup for online orders at all Boscovs.
Tonight, an ABC News exclusive, Alec Baldwin's first in-depth interview since the deadly shooting on the set of his movie Rust in New Mexico. One revelation, Baldwin says he did not pull the trigger on the gun that killed the film's cinematographer. Morgan Norwood has a preview of tonight's broadcast.
It just doesn't seem real to me.
An emotional Alec Baldwin talking exclusively with George Stephanopoulos about the deadly shooting on the set of his film Rust that injured a director and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
She was someone who was loved by everyone.
Baldwin telling ABC News that he didn't pull the trigger on the prop gun that investigators say contained live rounds.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
Meanwhile, the lawyer for the film's assistant director, Dave Halls, backing up Baldwin's assertion, telling Kaylee Hartung that it was a misfire.
The entire time, Baldwin had his finger outside the trigger guard, parallel to the barrel, and that he told me since day one he thought it was a misfire. I know. And and until Alex said that, it was just really hard to believe. But Dave has told me since the very first day I met him that Alec did not pull that trigger.
As authorities continue to investigate, reviewing the evidence, including the live rounds found on the set, the supplier who provided the guns and ammunition also breaking their silence, showing ABC News the invoices saying they did not provide live rounds, also claiming the live ammunition that detectives seized from their business during a search warrant don't match what was discovered on the set.
They found 4 rounds that were close enough to take in with them. They're not a match, but they were close. So there's something very unique about the live rounds that were found on Rust, but we've got to wait for the FBI to do its job.
And that supplier telling ABC News they're fully cooperating with the investigation. As for that exclusive with Alec Baldwin, you can watch that tonight right here on ABC. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Your most accurate local forecast starts now with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
Enjoying a little unseasonably warmer temps.
And I think we'll get more days of it in December, too. Meteorologist has, Chloe was talking about it yesterday, that I do think there will be days, more 60-degree days. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to be seeing consistent 60-degree days. And there will be cold days in December, but I think the warm days, there will be more of them this time around. So we went from record warm October, chilly November, back to a warm December. We shall see at least the first half of December. And as I mentioned, that 7-day forecast just shows the ups and downs. We will have days in the 30s. Not right now. Matter of fact, I want to step back one more time because the Festival of Ice occurring in Lewistown, and that's why there's so much activity right now that's happening for those of us in Mifflin County. If you're not going to check it out this evening, it will be chilly tomorrow, but notice the westerly breeze at 16. So the ice sculptures, maybe a little bit of melted ice overnight, but we will be dropping into the 30s. We also have 56, so it's very warm. The average high temperature now into the upper 40s. It seems like we're close, but remember, this is now 2 hours after sunset, and we're still into the 50s. It's because we have a front that's moving through. Now, you don't actually see a front, but we did have a few showers, light showers that moved through about an hour and a half ago. Since then, it's been kind of quiet. We're beginning to see skies clearing now, which all indications that the front is clearing, and the winds will be shifting. Instead of southwest, they will be northwest. Now, once we get a cold front to move through, we expect colder air. And will it be colder tomorrow? Yes. Will it be Arctic, polar type air? No. This time of the year, we should be seeing more teens, maybe even single digits at times in International Falls and Marquette. And they're just below freezing. We've got Milwaukee at 46, Toledo at 45, Omaha is right now at 57. So I would say more seasonable conditions moving into Friday Saturday will be milder again. Sunday seems dry and quiet for the most part. So not a bad weekend. Does not mean we're going to have blue skies and sunshine, but not a bad weekend. So we do have the dry air that moves in for tomorrow. Let's show you what I'm talking about. As we see clearing skies, you'll be able to see that starlit night overnight. Tomorrow morning, sunshine to start. It's really tough to get a completely sunny, clear day during the month of December. We just have a lot of these weak systems, and the sun angle not quite as strong as what it was during the summer months or even fall months. So if we can get sunshine Friday and Saturday, which I believe we will, let's soak it up as much as we possibly can. Moving into Sunday, clouds increase. 2 systems for next week. Monday, it'll be breezy and mild for most of Monday. Then so a period of rain will be here for Monday afternoon and evening. That will make a colder and windy Tuesday. Does that set the stage for a wintry mix on Wednesday or rain? I would say right now I would favor more of just a cold rain. You know, one of those cold, rainy days in December, but the potential for some wintry mix is still possible. We'll watch it, but either way, it does not stick around. Anything that we do get wouldn't be sticking around.
All right, thank you, Eric. Well, a new canine joined Carlisle Police with a generous donation from a family and a local dog lover. The family of former Carlisle Police Sergeant Simon Jackson, who died from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2019, made a donation to purchase the dog named Jackson in his honor. The new canine is not the same breed as the current patrol dog Chaos, which is a Belgian Malinois. Jackson is a German short-haired pointer. He will be trained in explosives and detection work, as well as tracking. Ending hunger in our communities, ABC 27, the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank, and several local businesses, including Bob Means Plumbing, are teaming up to help feed families in need. You can make a donation to a Feed a Local Family virtual food drive by going to abc27.com/feedafamily. Still ahead.
It may be small, but it's the next big idea from Ford. I'm Dennis Puderbaum. My review of the Maverick is coming up.
Alec Baldwin in Cheers. What he says happened.
I didn't pull the trigger.
The shocking first sit-down interview.
It just doesn't seem real to me.
Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7:30 on ABC 27.
Small businesses like yours make gift-giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has an exclusive gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get a great deal for your business and get up to a $650 prepaid card with select bundles when you buy online with a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Or get started with internet and advanced security for $69.99 a month. Give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
You still have time to switch to a Geisinger Gold Medicare Advantage plan, starting at $0 per month, featuring a $0 copay for many drugs, up to a $650 annual allowance for dental care, up to $250 for eyewear, with a $500 flexible spending debit card to supplement dental, vision, and hearing coverage, and savings on insulin, up to thousands per year, plus up to a $300 Medicare Part B premium credit with some plans. Call to learn more or enroll now. Geisinger Gold Medicare Advantage plans include coverage for medical, hospital, and prescriptions, with a cap on out-of-pocket costs for inpatient stays, and access to more than 29,000 doctors and 100 hospitals across Pennsylvania. It's time to live healthier. Switch to Geisinger Gold. Annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call now to talk to a Geisinger Medicare expert or enroll today.
These prices are low, low, low.
At Ollie's, we've got name brand toys, gifts, books, housewares, stuff for your home, and so much more at up to 70% off our fancy store prices.
We've got over 1,000 truckloads of brand name toys rolling in daily from Mattel, Hasbro, Playskool, Fisher-Price, Hot Wheels, Disney, and more, all at up to 70% off the fancy stores prices.
Hurry into Ollie's now, because when it's gone, it's gone.
Low, low, low.
Ollie's!
Good stuff, cheap!
Who doesn't love a little family competition, especially around the holidays? The Toy Insider is back for our final day of this holiday toy week, and it's all about having a fun family game night. That's coming up tomorrow at 10.
It's hard to beat the utility of a pickup truck, but for some, they're just too big to drive. So on tonight's Cool Car Review, Dennis Puderbaum says a new truck from Ford could be the answer.
When I was a kid, a Ford Maverick was a small car. Now the name is back, and this Maverick is a much better idea. It's a small unibody pickup based on the Ford Escape platform. For suburban household chores or light-duty business work, it's just the right size. This front-wheel drive version is a hybrid. We squeezed out about 40 miles per gallon. Very impressive. A 2.5-liter 4 coupled with the electric motor puts out 191 horsepower. A non-hybrid 250 horsepower engine is optional, as is four-wheel drive. Ford really did a nice job designing the bed on the Maverick. It has these notches cut out so you can put boards across for different levels of cargo carrying. And it has these built-in compartments, one on each side. Very handy for tools, nails, and other small items. The interior is simple but works well. There are lots of places to put water bottles and cups. This Lariat model has a few more comfort features, but even base Mavericks have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a Wi-Fi hotspot. Automatic emergency braking is also standard. The transmission is a continuously variable automatic. Row 2 can hold 3 kids, but 3 adults will be snug. I was very impressed with the Maverick's road manners. The hybrid version can tow up to 2,000 pounds. So, for the 2022 Ford Maverick Lariat Hybrid, I say thumbs up to excellent value, excellent gas mileage, and excellent utility. Thumbs down to those snug Row 2 seats. Dennis Butterbaugh, ABC 27 News.
And the as-reviewed sticker price is just over $29,000. Look at the forecast.
Yeah, not a bad weekend on tap. We do have a very mild night, still into the upper 50s for a lot of us, jumping down to about 40 tonight, and then notice for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the average high right around 48 to 50 degrees. So you can see our weekend, as long as we can keep it dry, that's the good news. A bit more unsettled would be the best way to describe next week.
All right. Thanks for watching News at 7. More local news at 11.
We'll see you then. Have a great evening.